Brando, meet at Billy's, mate. We finally made it here.
We've finally made it.
Hey, now we know. Have a look at that. Meet at Billy's. Let's go up and see the man.
Right, guys, we're here in Brisbane. We're at Meet at Billy's. It's his factory, isn't it?
This is his wholesale
We've been to a
factory,
couple of his shops here today. He's upstairs in the factory, and let's go and have a yarn with him.
Let's go and interrupt his Friday beer. Might have to have one with him.
Maybe.
Knock, knock. Look at this. Meet at Billy hats everywhere. You can tell he's bull, can't
He
you?
loves his brand.
Yep. Beautiful.
Billy,
Billy.
Gentlemen,
how are you, mate?
Hello, mate.
it's 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Having a quiet beer, mate.
It's on.
We might have one with you then.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Welcome to another episode of the Meat Game Podcast with Brando, Fieldy and Hamish. Now, guys, today we are in Brisbane. We're visiting one of our guests today. Now, he's a leader, massive leader in the industry. He's been heavily involved in the Australian butcher team. He's got multiple shops. We visited a few today. He's got lunch shops. And Fieldy's had a man crush on him for quite a long time.
A long time, Brando. A long time.
A long time, yeah.
This isn't going to be awkward, is it?
Don't kiss him at the end.
No.
We're in a small room
no
too,
Kissing,
so-
No kissing. No. This fella, mate. I listened to this fella's podcast before we started.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
before
long before
yeah.
we even thought about doing a podcast with Doug Piper, it was.
Yeah, it was one of Doug's
Butcher's
ones,
Guild.
and I listened to it and I thought, hang on, this bloke is saying everything I have said for my whole career, and if he's saying it, I must know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay,
Coming from someone of that calibre, yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay.
And I don't think you listened to it just once, did you? So.
no, I've listened to it 100 times. I honestly have. So,
But you get so much out of him, guys, and that's what we're here to do today, just to get that information out there of someone the calibre of Billy, and just get his wisdom.
yeah.
So I'd like to welcome to the show Billy Gibney.
Well,
Thanks, mate.
thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Actually, yeah.
We're in your office.
Where are your house?
Yeah, very true.
I was going to welcome him. I thought, hang on, we're in his office.
What do you think of the office? A little bit out there, isn't
No, I
it?
like it, man. I like it.
It's a man cave.
It is a little bit of a man cave.
Yeah, it
Everything
is cool.
like I said earlier, everything I can't do at home. My wife said it's my expressions in here. That's all I'm allowed. So,
It is cool, mate. It's very, very cool. And you've got your Australian butcher team stuff there as well.
yes, yeah. So obviously, that's a Victorinox pack, which they were very generous and accommodating. That's all part of the package. They're an amazing sponsor.
Yep.
Great to work with. But yeah, a lot
We
of
will
memories.
touch on your sponsors down the track as well,
Yeah.
and what you do with the Australian Butchers team as well, because you're a massive, massive part of it. You and a very good crew. You're not on your own. You've got a very good crew in.
Oh, mate, brilliant crew. Absolutely brilliant. So,
Yeah. So no, we'll give that a bit of a shout out later on as well. But mate, we just want to hear from you what you've done and how you've done it, really, because you're a bit of an inspiration to a lot of people. And
A lot of people, yeah.
and us being up here, we've been up here a day and a half.
Yep.
And a lot of people talk, and we've told a lot of people that we're going to see Billy Gibney. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Make sure you talk to him. Make sure this. Make sure go and see his shop. Go and do this. Go and do that. So, yeah, no, you're everyone's very fond of you up here. So we want to showcase that.
And it's one we've been wanting to do for a while, as you know, Billy. We've been talking to you for a while, but we really waited for that opportunity to be up here so we could do it face to face, because it's a long way for you to come to get into the studio. And we can do it. We do a lot by phone, but they're just so much better in person. So.
yeah, no, I considered a road trip down there. I could have made some fun of it. But yeah, no. Either way, you guys did the road trip, and here we are.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But how good is it here? It just shows your passions as well. And look at marketing. Like, you've got Meet at Billy's, everywhere is Meet at Billy's.
Yes.
I had a bloody look out there, and his paperwork, his file cabinets, orange, black. It's just orange and black.
OCD perhaps, but
no, it's beautiful. No, it's yours.
yeah.
It is yours, and that's what people have to do with branding.
Yes.
They have to make it theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that bull and you see the black and orange, and you know it's Billy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I can't take full credit there. I've got an amazing crew behind me that, and I've, outsourced to professional people. Got a mate of mine, Ralphie, who really was big on the branding and helping us colour code it and coordinate it all. But yeah, I guess the best advice to everyone, and I've said this before in the past, is you just got to stick to your brand, believe in your brand, and just be consistent. Back your brand all the way.
Yep.
Like you guys are doing with the Meat Game Podcast brand. It's believing in it and putting everything behind it, and just wherever you can put it, any opportunity you get, get your name out there.
No,
that's how you do it.
Could not agree more. This bull, this little one on the top of our hat here, that's everything to us. We've got it on our shirts. We even had a painter walk up to us at Hunt and Co today.
Yeah, he went to Hunt and Co. What an amazing shop that
Garrett's
was.
a good man.
I don't even think that bloke eats meat, and he was still saying, I want one of them shirts. I want one of them shirts.
Yeah, that's when you know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So well done.
So, branding's everything.
Yep.
Yeah. But, mate, where did it all start for you?
Oof. Well, I've listened to enough of your podcast, and probably in general, there's no point going on about being the high school dropout, because that seems to be pretty much consistent across the board with all of us. School wasn't for me, as it wasn't for most people in this game. So, I left school. I got a job when I was 13 as just a clean-up kid. And, mate, I just love the banter in a butcher shop. I just fell in love with just, the gruff butchers, the cheeky personalities. And my job was, cooking up smoko on a Saturday morning for the boys. And I just loved it, So I ended up, I think when I left school, I was asked to leave school by my principal. He said, you're wasting my time and your parents' money. So I was like, all right, fair call. So, I literally went down to work that day, told that to my boss, and he's like, all right, well, you can start your apprenticeship next week. And then that sort of set me sailing. I did that for 3 years. Had old school apprenticeship though, it was a little bit rough, it was a lot of hours, 5.5 days, 14-hour shifts, and did it burn me out? Maybe a little bit.
And it was back in the day.
It was. That's how it used to be. But it also taught me a very strong work ethic. But I'll be honest, when I was 19 and finished, I walked away and I said, I'm never doing this again, never picking up a knife. I'm done. I got out of it for a while. Went and worked. My old man was in signage, and I went and worked for him. Just being a lackey, and I got this job just cruising around Australia, just being a trade assistant, helping do Toyota dealership signage, and I love that. Anyway, fell out of that because I had a disagreement with the boss. What do you do when you fall out of a job? You dust off the old knives. Rung my boss back and said, "You got any work?" Anyway, so I went and worked for him in another store. And he stayed there for a while. It was a bulk shop, and I really didn't like the bulk game. I just found it too cutthroat. There was no finesse. There was just
sell it cheap, stack it high.
Stack it high, watch it fly. And there's a market for that, but it wasn't me. So I was actually going to quit and lined up a plumbing apprenticeship. And the day before I was meant to go for an interview, the shop I did my apprenticeship in had a new owner who was still mates with my boss, as we're all networked. He rang the shop and said, "Oh, Billy, here you're going to finish up. How would you like to come and run my shop for me?" I was only 21.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, he offered me a pretty penny. And I'm like, well, I'll give it a crack, see if I like it. And the best thing was I went back there, and he was really cool. He just let me sort of do what I wanted to do with the store, and I just helped grow, and we doubled the turnover in a couple of years, and I went, this is awesome. And I found my passion again. I realised that I actually do genuinely love this. I just found the actual market I really love, which was just that gourmet, like I said, finesse, finding that, that engagement with customers, but consistency is what I love. I love to be able to see the same person every week. And I remember my boss said that to me when I started. He said, you can serve anybody a bag of meat, but can you get them back next week?
Yeah, if you can,
the week after.
If they're coming back, you're doing something right.
Exactly right. And that was the challenge I liked. And I think that was what really set me on my way. And I wanted to buy into that shop because I, put everything in, and, the boss was like, oh, maybe you should have a look at your own. And I was like, I was 25 at that stage. I'm like, oh, God, what's out there? Because it's always intimidating to think you can't afford to buy a butcher shop because, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I was lucky enough that the Ashgrove store, my founding store, came up, and it was old. I've actually been doing some research today because me and Billy's turned 16 this month.
Oh, wow.
So I'm trying to backdate when that shop originally opened, and I've got it back to the 70s.
Yeah, right.
Which is pretty cool that it still was 55 years later, we're still serving meat from it. Imagine the amount of people have been through that store. How many butchers? Those malls could talk. And
I
Yeah. Oh, there'd be some stories.
We wouldn't be able to discuss on here.
No, exactly. Yeah, the PG show. But so they came up, and it was an old shop, and it was going for peanuts. And there was peanuts in it, to be completely honest. But
Yep.
I just sort of, that was 2009. I jumped in. I was lucky I was single at the time, no commitments, and I just worked.
Yeah.
You know, as I worked, something else would break and fall apart. And I was real lucky that I knew I had some tradie mates, but I also had some industry guys who, when I was managing, I rung them and I'd be like, but before I even opened, I'd signed the paperwork, gave the guy the check. It was the actual check.
Yeah.
He took off and I'm looking into this shop. I'm like, yeah, this is mine. I'm so proud. First thing I did, then I opened up the cold room door and it's blowing hot air.
Oh, no.
Didn't check any of that rookie mistake. Didn't go through the inventory, didn't do anything. And I'm like, oh, no. So I rung Paul, the fridgie I was using at the previous place. And I said, it was Friday afternoon, probably 5 o'clock. Yeah. He said, I'll come and have a look for you, Billy. Comes and has a look and he's like, mate, this place is ruined. You got nothing.
Oh.
Like he said, these motors are cooked.
Oh, I'd break your heart.
And I had I was on a peanut salary. Like I had nothing. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what can I do? And you know what he did? He said, you know what? I'll put all new motors in for you and you can just pay me back.
What a legend.
And to this day, 16 years later, I still use that exact fridgie.
Yeah, good on you.
All my workers I've grown.
Give him a shout out, Bill.
Network Refrigeration. Yeah, Paul Taylor. Love you, mate. Yeah.
So anyone in Brisbane?
Yeah, your Brisbane listeners. We know there's a lot of you out there.
Yeah,
jump
honestly,
on his...
it was. Yeah, I'll never forget it. And they're the milestone moments you have in business. Where you're like, yep, that's that. He did the right thing, and I'll just to this day, he still has my business.
Yeah,
but he obviously seen something in you that knew that you were going to make a fist of it and be able to pay him back.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously you don't see it from my side like that, but obviously he did. But I mean, it's paid dividends for him because obviously I've got three sites now, and there's always something breaking. So he's got my business now for life, definitely.
No, that's unreal.
And if you've got to have a good fridgie, don't you? Like, they're just part of the
fridgie, Sparky.
It's an ongoing relationship,
and someone that can fix your machinery.
Yeah, and a plumber.
Yes.
You need a good plumber too, which I've got as well. So, but that was the beginnings, and obviously Ashgrove it's a standalone store. There's no car park. It's on a main road. A lot of people said, mate, it won't work. I think it had 2 or 3 failed owners over about 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And I was like, everyone's like, don't do it, it won't work. But before I bought it, I sat on there's a bakery next door.
Yeah.
And I sat out the front on a Saturday, and all I did was count how many people walked past that shop. And I sat there for an hour, had a pie. You guys know what a pie is?
We do after today.
Had 54 of them.
Yeah, I sat there and watched it. I think in an hour, I counted like 72 or 73 people walk past.
Beautiful.
And I thought, you know what? If I can get half them in the door for a sale, I've got a business here.
Yep.
Like the foot traffic was there. So I took the gamble, went for it, and it just, it just went from leaps and bounds. I just could, to where it is today. Like we serve 2,000 people there every week.
Wow. Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
On a street shop, that's unreal.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. But
no parking,
With no parking. We've got a little bit of street parking, 15 minute, but it makes, it's just, but once again, Ashgrove's a great community. The sponsorship thing, I sponsor the rugby club. I sponsor everything. I sponsor an ice hockey team.
Yeah, we've seen that. That's cool. Unreal.
Yeah. So I'm a big believer in giving back because it does come back tenfold.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah, if you can get and especially the kids' sports as well, if you can get their parents shopping with you, you're on a winner.
Mm. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. So when you have kids' sport, you'll have a turn of taking the jerseys home and washing them.
Yep.
And you're throwing those jerseys in the washing machine, and you see that meet at Billy's. You're like,
meet at Billy's.
After my kids, I'll look after him. Yeah. And that's where it sort of all started. And it just, we've just gone from there.
Yeah. No, that's unreal. That's so good. So from there, where to after that, mate?
From Ashgrove, and I was a big believer in I'd only ever have one shop.
Yep.
Never have two. No, can't be done. Blah blah blah. But then Rosalie or Paddington was a little store about 2 k's away.
Yep, that's a beautiful shop. We've just been there.
Yeah, we were there today. It's making
the original shop was actually where the Eat at Billy's kitchen site is.
So
it used to be quite a small store.
Very small, yeah.
Yeah, it was only about 80 square metres. In the shop front, you could only fit 2 customers. So it was, which was fun during COVID, mind you. Yeah, it was insane.
Right.
But that came up empty, and I was like, well, if I don't take this, someone else is going to. And I'm snowballing reputation in this community. I need to stay there. All right, I'll have a go. I thought it's only a small shop. I'll it'd be able to be managed, 1 or 2 guys. And it was literally I signed the lease the day before my honeymoon. So perfect timing. Thank you.
Oh, so a lot. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I've been with my wife now. Then for a while, we had a daughter and everything, but we decided to get married.
Yep.
And around the time we got married and honeymoon, I was signing leases We did a cruise for our honeymoon out of Brisbane. And I was literally on the phone to solicitors on the cruise on the first day. She's like, "It's not going to be like this the whole time, is it?" I said, "No.
Stick with me.
Yeah, stick with me here." So yeah, that was how Rosalie started. And it was a great little shop.
Yep.
Did sort of, a little bit nowhere near as busy as the Ashgrove store, and then it's all been spoken of before. Then COVID hit.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think we all just went insane.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you now, it's not a two-man shop anymore.
no,
It was packed.
We were in there. It was pumped. Absolutely.
We were wanting
pumped.
to have a chat with your boys, and they didn't have time. They were just bumper to bumper in there.
They were on.
Yeah,
It's Friday afternoon, but still it was safe.
Yeah.
really similar sort of.
We got out of the shop because we were in the way. That's how busy it was.
It was, wasn't it?
We were getting in the way. I said, Mark, we've just got to go.
Should have just bought some meat. You would have been fine.
No, and it looked good enough too.
No. So the new store now obviously is a lot bigger. So there was an empty cafe there for years, and obviously we got through COVID, and we're like, we need a bigger store. So we took a lease on with the one next door.
Yeah.
And while we were trading out of the little shop, we built the bigger shop.
Yep.
I had the best shop fitter in the world. He pretty much, I think I lost a day of trade with the changeover.
Wow.
As most owners know, you don't want to try and you don't want any.
No downtime. Yeah.
Yeah, just want to make it as smooth as possible. And then we moved into that shop. And then they built the other side in, which is all the cold rooms, and then we built the kitchen, and that's where Eat at Billy started.
Yeah,
So-
and that looks mad.
Yeah,
That looks unreal. I've had people say, you have to go there, you have to go there. I said, we just don't have time, and we won't get there in time, and they said, you have to.
We were there today, guys, and we just finished the pie judging, and I wanted to, but my body was saying no.
No.
Actually, speaking of the pie judging, I thought you guys might have been a bit hungry.
No way. I don't even want to smell it.
No way, we can't do that, no. That
You know
might
what?
be
It's a traveller, so it's for the way home.
I'll eat that tomorrow morning on the way home. Oh, thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
It won't be up, I'm telling you now, it won't be up to the standard that we've seen today.
No.
Oh, wow,
Those are good pies.
you guys can do a good pie.
Yeah. Like I said, every butcher in Queensland will bring their best for that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm worried about the state of origin.
We're talking about state of origin pie competition now. I think our boys are going to have a bit on. So.
Is that happening?
It's in the. Yeah, they're talking about it, so we'll see what happens.
Neil and Co, you've been called out.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, jump on there, mate.
The Maroons have called us out, guys.
They have. But no, that looked busy, and there was a young lady in there. So there was a young bloke talking to us, one of the from the sandwich shop, and he was doing the bins at the same time. He was talking to us, and she said, come on, we've got to do this, we've got to do that.
We're still going. Yeah, she was.
Brandon goes, I'd employ her.
I'd employ her. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's Beck. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, no,
she runs my kitchen, and she's got a lot of experience.
I'd have her working.
Oh,
for me,
mate, yeah.
She's a ripper.
Quietly, I'm scared of her, to be honest.
No, she's a ripper.
Yeah, she does a great job.
Yeah.
Really
You
good.
toe the line working with her.
Oh, yeah. She yells at me when I'm in there. So.
Yeah. But no, that shop looks unreal with the lamb hanging up and all the trays on the bottom, and just looking in, that looks unreal. And we were standing there for a fair while, and we were watching customers walk up. They just walk straight up to that window.
Yeah.
And all they were looking just straight at the meat, and the meat was beautiful.
Yeah, it was banging.
I think for me personally, it's really important to always have that shop front window.
Yep.
Whether you're on like my Ashgrove stores on a footpath, there you've got to sort of walk up the stairs to get to it. But without that sort of draw card,
Yep.
you miss a lot of foot traffic. Like I love nothing more than putting a beautiful window in,
Yes.
and then they walk past and they're like this on their morning walk, and they're like,
Yep.
Yeah.
"You got it,
Yeah.
you got it," and that's you've done it right.
Yeah.
You've done it right.
How much do you hate serving out of it? Oh, I hate it. No, I don't want to open. Oh, okay. All right, I'll get you that one. I hate it.
mess it up.
I have a rule with my boys. I'm like, whatever they want, you give them. If they want the front, right, bottom, underneath, I don't care. We can always fix that tray.
Yeah.
But you can't win that customer back if you say no.
That's right. And there's no need to say no, is there?
No, well, that's what a lot of people say. They're like, a lot of like my older clientele, like, back in the day, the front window was never touched. That was your fresh stock.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everything came out
Sell
the
from
side.
the back, yeah.
But all those days are gone. Like,
They are.
People that sit there, and it still happens, like, do you take the scraps off the floor to make sausages? Like, no.
No.
It's a weird, like, those days are all
They're gone. Yeah.
And I'm very happy about it, to be honest.
No.
The butchers
no.
take so much pride in their
Yeah.
sausages, and we've seen that. Like, we've seen a lot of shops in the last week, and they're just all so proud to show you their sausages and how many flavours they do. Those days are gone. Like they're,
Well, that's a butcher's snag is their signature.
Yes.
If you can't do a good snag, you shouldn't be in a butcher shop. That's my theory.
I agree. Well, and again, this is your podcast, but we've just been to a shop today, Hunt and Co.
Yes.
Beautiful snags, beautiful shop, unbelievable
point, yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
Great job. Like, you know him quite well.
I know Gareth very well. He's meticulous and perfectionist, and he deserves to have a shop, and he has one of the best shops in Brisbane, in my opinion.
Mate, it's beautiful.
He really does.
beautiful.
And he puts the effort in, and he's just
And
he's all about-
clean. It was just so clean.
It was.
It's just
there wouldn't be a speck of
There wasn't.
garnish out of
No.
place.
No, there wasn't.
There wouldn't be a breadcrumb on the floor. Probably. So,
No, there wasn't. And he rotates 30 flavoured snags, he said.
yeah.
and proud of it. Like you said, people judge a shop by their snags these days.
Yes,
the
exactly.
snags are so important. Like they've just evolved so much.
We've even noticed in winter, obviously, snag sales slow down, but ours have actually increased. But it's obviously meat's getting so expensive.
Yes.
The most
Snags are-
affordable thing to eat from a butcher is snags, and if you're doing it well, people love them.
Great option.
They can diversify how they cook them
Yeah.
and do different things with them, but they're still getting. There's so many different flavours butchers do now. It's just it's not just the herb and garlic anymore.
Yeah.
And they're actually a meal now, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we mentioned it before. They're a meal. They're not an accompaniment.
No. There used to be
actually a
something
meal.
on the side.
Yeah.
Like I might have half a snag or a snag.
Yeah.
Now it's the feature of the meal.
Yeah.
And the ingredients going into them, they're a good meal. Like there's nothing wrong with eating them.
No, and like we were saying, he had all his flavours were 120 grammers.
Yep.
So your normal thick snag is about an 80 gram, yeah?
Yeah.
And then he's gone up and made a 120. That's 240 grams. Most people should be eating 250 grams of protein.
Yep.
That's two
That's what you said,
snags.
two snags and
240
you're full.
grams. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a third of the price of steak if
Yeah.
you eat that too. So they definitely there's a merit for it, and I think the more butchers we can open and keep these independent butchers open, the better the snags they are, the better reputation we have, and get rid of this old wives' tale.
Oh, they are wives'
garbage,
tale, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah. But the thing about it is as well, how many customers these days say, I'll take a kilo of snags? They don't. They say, I'll have 5 snags, I'll have 6 snags, I'll have 10 snags. They order them by number. They don't order them by kilo. So why not have 120 grammers so you're going to get an extra 40 grams each sausage into that customer?
Gareth said that today. He said they buy the biggest snags, and he said they might buy 5 at a time. But he said I'm actually selling. I'm punching out more with the size of the snag. So
funny, it just made me think of one of those pinnacle moments in business I had. I remember obviously working. I went to a mate's barbecue and I took all these snags with me.
yeah,
I remember going there and then watching my mate with a terribly blunt knife just awkwardly cutting snags up, trying to get them on the barbecue. And I'm like, why aren't we cutting these individually?
Yeah.
So it's easier for the customer at home. And that was it. I went back to work the next day, and from then it was gospel. It's like, no, every snag, barbecues, whether it's a barbecue snag, a gourmet snag, they're all pre-cut.
Yeah.
So it's easy for them to just go. And they're all the little things in business. If that experience you give the customer at the end, the more smooth that experience is for them, the more memorable you become to them. You know, and they're all the little things that add up.
And not only that, they actually present better.
Yes, they do, because you can stack them nice.
That's
and-
right.
and they were today. They were
actually-
stacked perfect. They
Yeah,
look
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually present well. And that's why I'm not against an auto linker.
No,
They say, they don't link them in sixes. Why? You're going to cut them in singles anyway.
That's right.
exactly. Well, that's it. You should be cutting them in singles. But yes, we had this conversation earlier. I've come around to the auto linker when I first got it. I didn't like it. I found it, but you just got to change your process on the grinds, of course, the plates, because you've got that vacuum element, which takes all that, sort of aeration out.
Yes.
And they can be quite dense if you run them through those normal size plates. So you just got a little bit of coaching and a little bit of practice makes perfect. You can get equally just as good a quality snag out of an auto linker now, and from a business point of view, labour.
Yeah, 100%. Now, can we talk about that? We're here at your wholesale area now. So you've got 2 shops and you've got your wholesale room.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now you're feeding your 2 shops out of here as well.
Yes.
And you're online.
Yes.
Okay. So how did all that come about? Because I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
So back to the 2 stores. Obviously, when what got me really frustrated was 2 kilometres apart, the same recipe book, yet the burgers look different at Rosa than they did at Ashgrove. And I'm like, what have you done differently? I followed the recipe. Well, you didn't, because
They're different.
they're different.
See what I mean by this guy says everything that I think?
Yeah, and I was like,
Consistency.
and
Consistency.
you look at your big players, your supermarkets, and all that. You always have production, but the problem is, the reality is, you can't just build one if you've got 2 stores, because of the financial side of it. To run it, to prop it up, it's not practical. But this came about so originally I bought the auto linker and a burger machine, and we moved it into the back of Ashgrove, and then we started doing it for both stores out of there. We also used to run the onlines out of the back of Ashgrove. Then when COVID hit, we were running 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then I built a little facility down in Stafford. I have another warehouse down there. I built pretty much 2 20-foot containers together and did this all in a real hurry. And the council were quite accommodating, actually. And basically I had this little production room with 4 of us in there just pumping out online orders.
Yep.
We sort of outgrew that pretty quickly. And, this site came up and it was empty and it was just already done.
Oh, this is purpose-built, this.
Purpose-built. It was a wholesale butcher in the 90s. We moved from that into here. And, that gave us the opportunity to be able to do more. So we do all our lamb here. We do all the pork here, snags, burgers. We also do all the pre-pack cutting here just so we can manage trim.
Yep.
Obviously, trim's one thing when you get into larger scale business. You've got to...
Oh, of course.
Balance it up, don't you?
Well, that's where your profit is and that's where your money is. So if it's getting neglected or wasted, it comes off the top end there. So,
But not only that, you've got processes down there. Like we've seen it. All your cryovac bags are on rolls.
Yep.
Everything's the same.
Yes, So I'm a stickler for just consistency and uniformity. Because the other thing is too, butchers, in my experience, they like consistency.
Yep.
They don't want to be told. They actually don't want to be told something different every day on how to do it. That just upsets them. If they know what they've got to do, a routine. That's the word I was looking for. Routine every day.
Yep.
Especially the guys here, Monday to Friday, turn up 4:30, finish at 2.
Yep.
Get in. They got their list. They get it done. Wash up, go home.
Yep.
It works really well for them. And then that feeds the stores,
Yep.
sort of 5 days a week. So
And it's feeding the 2 different stores consider the same product.
correct, exactly. So I can...
But you know what the stores are doing? They're concentrating on serving the customers. They're not concentrating on, shit, I've got 5 lambs, I've got to hurry up and break.
Well, we saw that at the shop that we went to today.
Yep.
There was 3 of the boys. They were under the pump,
Yep.
and there were 3 of them were out there serving. There wasn't one out the back.
No.
It was good. And they were certain the customers. It was quite busy, but every customer got served quite quickly.
Yeah, they did.
There wasn't someone standing around getting the shits.
Yeah, you're spot on there because I noticed also too, especially through that COVID period, you guys are just worried about a list.
Yes.
And they're not worried about the customer.
That's right.
So the customer almost becomes an inconvenience for them.
Yes.
And that's not what you want. So that's also been the bonus of setting this up. They've got the boys here who love to do all that back shop work.
Yep.
Get it done, go home. But then I've got the finesse in the shop where it's all about customers. They cut a beautiful window.
Yep.
They maintain a pre-pack, do a little bit of value added on the side.
Yep.
But it's all about customers. And the other thing is it's not backbreaking work in the shop anymore.
No, that's right.
So a couple of older butchers, they're not throwing carcasses around through the bandsaw. That's just basically it's the pretty side of butchering they're doing. And it's maintainable for a long period of time, Like the old butchers used to be clapped out by 55.
Yeah.
But that'd help you manage your shops, in my opinion, because I've seen a lot of shops, a lot of the old school shops too. They'll have a couple of your 2 butchers out the front serving. There'll always be those couple out the back.
Yep.
The blokes out the back don't want to deal with customers. They just want to cut meat. Well, they're perfect. You put them in the factory, and you got your guys on the front line.
Yeah.
They're your customer-driven guys. It's perfect. You make
They're equally as important too.
Yeah.
they are equally as
both
important.
sides. That's
But
why.
you put them in the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. We've got that opportunity
Yeah.
to do
And
that now.
this probably doesn't happen in your store, but I know it would happen in some others. If you've got one that's playing up a little bit, you say, right, well, okay, you don't want to be in the shop, go and work at the factory. And they'll go, oh, no, I'll go back to the shop.
Yeah.
And then you've got a factory guy going, oh, this is no good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll go and work in the shop. Oh, no, I'll go back to the factory.
Go serve customers. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, no.
Yeah, because there is different categories.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, and having apprentices is good because you
Yes.
can move them around. They get to work on each part for their apprenticeship as well. But I've got guys who come and fill in down here. Guys are away on holidays, and so they all get every aspect of the business.
Yep.
But yeah, there's some that love
Yeah.
front of house and some that love back of house. So I just try to accommodate for both.
And that's a good thing.
Well, you see that a lot.
Yeah.
There's butchers and they're either they're at the front, or there's ones that just want to be at the backbone and just cutting meat.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a market for everything, but they're both as important as each other. That's what I always say to them. I say, you're not better than them, and they're not better than you.
Yeah,
We're
that's
all
right.
on the same playing field.
We're all equal.
Yeah. And not only that, your factory guys, if you got blokes on holidays in your shops, you can also go, well, if you want a little bit of overtime, you can go to the shop for on a Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
So it gives you a little bit of extra staff when you're most likely to be not let down, but someone needs a bit of time off on a Saturday, or they've got sport or something like that on. Yeah. You've got another option in 4 or 5 blokes here that could do a day's overtime for you.
Up production a bit, yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. I think being in the retail front, it's more exhausting than doing hard yakka here, just mentally draining. Like accommodating to people constantly and running around, filling the window and stuff. It's a long day.
It is.
It's a quick day, but you get home and you're like, man, that's a long day.
Yeah, it is. No, absolutely. But no, I love how this works.
Yeah.
And I love what you've done. I love the idea about it. spoken to a fella near home, and he's got the same setup, and he really, I think he'd benefit from coming up here and having a look at it. What you do, because
I'm quite happy to show everyone how it's done and what we do, because there's no secrets. But the main thing was too, obviously the onlines was a big part.
Yeah.
And starting that was, when I started, I think it was 2014. I was driving home late at night and you see the Woolies and Coles trucks everywhere. And online, and I'm like, and I'm always a believer, I've said it in previous podcasts, follow what the big guys do.
Yep.
You know, they spend all the money.
Yeah. They've done the research.
They've done the research.
Yep.
Don't do it to their level. Do it to your own comfortable level. But if they're doing it, they know it's a future in it. Yep. So I stuck it out, and it was pretty average up till. So I think went from 2 home deliveries a week up to about 40 to 50, and then COVID hit, and it was like 150 a day.
Oh, wow.
And it was insane. But the dust has settled now. We probably do about 150 or home deliveries a week.
That's 150 extra customers that you're not.
Yes.
They're not going. If you're not doing home deliveries to that 150 people, you're not serving them.
Yeah.
They're not going to your store.
Well, there's also a customer base out there now on one of them that are time poor.
Yes.
They're time poor. They don't have time to get to the shops. But
because you're always doing podcasts.
Yeah, but you can jump online and just quickly order your meat. It's delivered to your door.
Yeah.
You just click it. And that's not, you don't have that hour to go in the shop. You know. Like,
I think
Nat does that as well when you when she tells you for a week, Brandon, can you bring some steak home?
No, she goes one worse. She says bring steak, and I always forget. Gets the shit. She gives me about 3 days, and then she'll go to one of the 2 major supermarkets.
Just to punish you.
Pay a fortune for it, and it's not what I'd like to put up, and leave it in the fridge so I can see it. And I said, "What are you doing buying meat off them?" She said, "Well, I've asked you 3 times. It's been like a week, and you haven't bought it home, so I went and bought some."
And Nat actually
it
knows
destroys me.
And Nat actually knows what a decent steak looks like, so she'll go through and pick the shittest one.
Get the shittest one, yeah.
And make you eat it.
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
Have you learnt your lesson
That
yet?
tastes like... that steak shit. She'll go, well, bring some home.
One job, mate. One job.
Yeah.
But so the online home deliveries, it's there. I think if you're into it as a independent butcher, stick at it, because the one thing is Christmas for me. It's the first part of my business that gets shut down because we get overflow of orders, because Christmas time, people don't want to go to the shops. They get retail anxiety. I'm one of them.
Me too.
And all the chaos. I can't handle it. I can't even get out of the car park without wanting to go to the pub for a beer. It's stressful. So we'll probably do between 1,000 and 1,200 home deliveries over that Christmas period.
Oh,
It's nuts. I have like 4 trucks on the road.
that's crazy.
Crazy. So, and some of them are like mostly deliveries, but we've got a big online pickup service as well, so they can pick up from each store, or they can pick up from the warehouse here as well.
Yep.
But it gets shut. We open all our orders on the 1st of November for Christmas, and usually the website is closed and shut by end of 1st of December.
Yeah.
So people, that's the market. And so we use it all year, and we're still growing on it, but it's that Christmas time when it's really critical, and people, right, which is a great compliment to us, because I think you've spoke about it before. If you mess someone's Christmas up,
No.
You just don't get forgiven.
No.
No.
Never forgive you.
No,
Whereas, so to have that online service, and we nail it and execute it and get the same that number every year, means they've got the confidence in us.
Yeah.
But you still sweat like Christmas Eve. You're just waiting for that email to come
Yeah.
through. Like, what have I done wrong?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've done plenty of Christmas Day mornings.
Yeah.
Ruined going out and prep with a fresh ham or a fresh turkey or turkey breast. I always have a stockpile of
Just in cases.
And we've had the same thing as a wholesaler. Like, you can, if something goes wrong Christmas time, that's fine, but just make sure it's got to be fixed.
Just fix it.
Immediately. You've got to fix it that day, or you've just got to make sure that doesn't impact their Christmas sale.
Yeah, and I think that's another key to like business for everybody is you're only as good as how you fix your mistakes.
Yes.
And I think as butchers, I get frustrated. Like, I bought a mapping machine from, over in Europe. It's bloody 2.5 ton or whatever. They lost it
Oh.
for like 3 months. This is DHL. I'll rag on them. But the accountability of trying to find it was just no one cared.
Yeah.
Whereas a butcher, if we mess up 500 grams of mince, we're accountable. We'll go hand deliver it, fix it.
Yep.
And it's frustrating, like the bigger business doesn't seem to care. But I think what drives small business, and this is independent butchers I'm referring to mainly, is how we fix our mistakes and our customer service. Because obviously going to Paris, and I did a Euro trip with the family, but customer service is dying all over the world.
Yep.
With automation coming in, and people just don't care.
Yep.
Self-serve at supermarkets now, like it's not there. So as butchers, if we just really hone in on our customer service, fixing our mistakes when we make them, because we're human. We make them.
And own them.
And own them.
Yep.
Yeah, say, no, that wasn't good enough. That will always be the success of butchers. And I think there's always going to be a market for us.
Yep.
And the more digital we go, the more people are going to come looking for that experience.
Yep.
Well, going on Christmas as a wholesaler, we've won a couple of customers that are very loyal now through a mistake that happened at Christmas time.
Yep.
There was a mistake, but he said, you boys went out of your way to fix it. After hours or Saturday morning, you've gone out of your way to fix it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So because every wholesaler, there will be the time where there's a problem.
Yep.
And that's fine, but you guys will fix it. So we've won a couple of customers through a mistake.
Exactly,
So-
and because at the end of the day, most people just don't care.
No.
They don't
No,
have
they
to,
don't.
and it's
No.
people put up with it, and I'm like, well, it frustrates me because I sit there and strive to be perfect and fix mistakes, and then you go out and I think it's part of getting old too. You get a bit cranky. You go out and you get bad service or whatever. It just annoys you. It's really frustrating.
But I think you've got three ways. You've got price, service, and quality.
Yes.
You've got to try and have two of them.
Yep.
Because you can't have three.
No.
So your best two are quality and service.
Yes.
And I don't think the service one is not negotiable.
No.
You have to have that one.
You can win customers through it,
Yeah.
through just service, regardless of what you're selling. Doesn't matter if you're selling meat or you're selling whatever you're selling, service, you can win customers.
Yeah, that's right. It's a dying. The service industry is a dying industry.
Yeah, it is.
Whether you're a wholesaler or a butcher. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, if you just care a little bit, give a little bit more,
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll be successful.
Yeah,
I really do.
Now, you touched on your website.
Yes.
Give that a shout out because I want as many people as they can to at least have a look at that
Yeah, so
because you've got an awesome website.
Yeah, so that's just meetatbillys.com.au. Just give it a Google. We obviously have a 24-hour shop online there. We deliver Monday to Friday, order by 11 a.m., delivered the next day. We've got a pretty large delivery zone around Brisbane. Haven't sort of expanded into Gold Coast or bigger, just purely on the fact, back to that perfectionist sort of thing. I've got my own drivers. I never want to rely on a third party, just because then that third party can damage your reputation. I know there's some reputable couriers out there, but I haven't sort of ventured down that path. I'd rather have full control of everything from start to finish because it's traceable back and you can make your own staff accountable. Whereas if you've got a courier,
Yes.
I've done a couple of things like delivered meat up to Noosa for a wholesale event. Noosa's 3 hours away, probably 4 with traffic these days, but
Yeah.
it gets picked up on a Monday. It's a Friday event. Thursday he still hasn't got it, and they've lost it. It's left in some cool room somewhere between here and Noosa. Things like that. Like that
And that comes back onto you.
Comes back. The chef's not blaming the courier company.
No,
you
he
tell
blames-
him.
oh, I spoke to
blames
you.
me for using a dodgy courier.
Yeah.
So all those things I'm a bit pretty pedantic about. I like to have control from start to finish.
Yeah. And you've got to know your serviceability too.
Yes.
Like, there's no use going, all right, I'll go to Gold Coast and I'll go to Noosa and then not be able to service it.
Well, once again, back to what if you make a mistake?
Yeah.
You're going to drive all the way to Noosa?
That's right.
That's right.
Friday night to do it. You would if you had to, but at the same time, it's a
don't
long way.
want it.
You don't really want to.
Brando, I've done some Canberra trips.
I was just thinking of that when he said it. I thought, we've done a couple of runs to Canberra.
Yeah. Because that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
Because the other bloke will.
Yes, that's right. That's also how you with competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my mottos, I should say, in business is, and I read a lot of small business magazines, all that kind of thing. Sony had the Discman.
Yep.
Sony got lazy.
Yep.
Apple bought out the iPod.
Yeah.
So you think about it. Everyone had a Discman growing up, probably from our era.
That's right.
It
Yep.
was
Yep.
Discman,
For sure. Yep.
Discman, and they never released anything new.
Yeah.
They knew all the MP3 technology and all that was coming.
Got
They
that
got
behind.
lazy.
Yeah.
Where's Sony now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I haven't. Yeah.
So true.
So that's my model. I'm like, you don't want to be Sony.
No.
You want to be Apple.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah.
to be innovative
Yeah.
and forward thinking, and never sit in idle and think you've got it.
No.
Someone would just take it from you.
Yeah. And
Always be going forward.
you're exactly right. And that's the thing I got out of your website. I looked at it the other day again. I've had a few looks at it. And you've got everything. You've got a beer.
Yes, I do.
You've got charcoal.
Yep.
You've got all your glazes, all your seasonings. You've got all your meat on there.
Yep.
You've got everything on there. You've value added your website and you've value added your shops.
Yeah.
How important is that?
Hugely important. And that was the other debate too. Was like a lot of guys will put half the products up online because that's the products that sell or whatever. But in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, is you're giving someone half the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether that, not every product we put up online sells, but it doesn't hurt to have it there. And if it does, we've got it. So if they buy it, they're getting that full experience.
And you want the people that haven't gone into your shop to see what you sell. Like
Yes.
you just want everything on show, don't you? They don't know you sell it otherwise. Like it's
Yeah. Well, you're not saying no.
Yeah,
That's another thing. Never say no.
And another thing, you're paying for the website. It's just like rent. If you're paying big rents, you're going to open 7 days because you're there anyway.
Yes.
So you've got it on the website. Why not have as many products as you can on there? It's not going to charge you. It's not going to cost you anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the thing. It's just making sure. I think one thing from a business owner perspective, you always got to put yourself in your customer's shoes. If that was me, what would I want? And I probably have a higher expectation than most people, but that's what's built my business. Is I put myself on the other side of that counter and go, would I buy that steak? Oh, it's not trimmed very nicely. No, I probably wouldn't. Oh, that's losing its colour a bit. It's probably not where it needs to be. And then also, I teach my staff, think of everything you sell that customer. It's going to sit in their fridge for probably 3 days. Is it going to be good in 3 days? If it's not, it doesn't go out.
Yeah.
First loss is your best loss. That was one thing I learned as a young fella.
You know what you didn't have in your shop? I just thought of.
What?
You didn't have much marinated stuff.
No, we do a little bit.
Yeah, not much, but
No, not a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, we marinate stuff for people fresh if they want it.
Yeah.
A lot of value added we use marinade and seasonings, but I guess once again, growing up in the industry, the old honey soy rum, everything D-Lo got thrown.
That's an old wives' tale.
that's what.
Yeah.
Oh, don't buy marinated off the butcher because they wait till it gets old and then they marinate it.
And we've I think that's been sort of
knocked on the head.
knocked on the head completely now.
Well, and you know why it's been knocked on the head is because you're actually selling more marinated stuff these days than what you are of the fresh stuff. So you're marinating the fresh stuff.
And when you're saying I can marinate it for you, if you wish to do that, they're going, oh, he's got nothing to hide.
Well, that's right. It's an extra service you're offering too. But
And you get to choose a different marinade.
Yeah.
So if they got mint and rosemary lamb chops the other day, they can have, I don't know, a different one.
I think the big thing now, and it's probably the barbecue influence, is marinades is rubs now.
Yes.
If I do anything in the window, I'll do like a tree bark lamb rub on a beautiful lamb rump, or we'll do using that barbecue seasoning now.
Yep.
So that's what people want. They don't necessarily want a wet marinade anymore. They just want that spice seasoning.
Yeah, just a bit of it. Yeah.
Well, you wait. There's a new one coming out, mate. A Hamish
There's a couple
rub.
of new rubs coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the big black bull rub.
Really?
Yeah,
Black
so
bull
keep
rub
an eye
coming
out. That. We might send you some up.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, good for briskets. It's going to be a black ember rub. It's going to be unreal.
Yeah, nice.
All around the bull.
It's a cutthroat market now.
Yes.
Oh, it's
There's
very
a lot out there,
competitive,
but there's some brilliant ones.
Yep.
It's just you just got to find your own edge. That's all.
Yeah. We got the bull.
Yeah, of course. Exactly.
Again.
That branding, mate. That's what you
Exactly.
gotta do.
Exactly. Nah, that's Yeah, I really wanted to touch on that with the website and everything you do and the value adding because, like I said, you're even putting charcoal and them logs. I send logs in the shop as well.
Yeah, free woods and stuff like that.
No, you're making it a one-stop shop.
Correct. I mean, we sell beer and whiskey and wine and everything now.
Can we talk about this? This is beautiful.
Yeah, so that's my my butcher's lager. So a good mate of mine, Happy Valley, Shane, love you, bro. We came up with this, and it was kind of that combination. Like, obviously, I can drink some of the heavy IPAs and that, but they're like a meal.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, I wanted something that if you're having a barbecue, cooking meat at Billy's Meat, you want to throw down 2 or 3 while you're on the barbecue. This is the perfect one. It's 4%.
Yep.
It's got flavour. It's not bland and boring,
No.
but
it's not
at all.
but it's not over the top with hops and
It's very light. Yeah.
it's a session ale, a session lager. Sorry, I should say. But I am working on a new one for summer.
Yep.
Because like the girls in the office say, my biggest problem is I get bored.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I look at once again, put myself in the customer's shoes. I'm like, I've been selling the same can for a few years now. Let's change it all. Let's do it. But they give them something exciting. So I'm going to look at doing a session ale the next one.
But how good is the front window?
Yeah.
That's unreal, isn't it? I started watching your socials years and years ago because of that front window.
Yeah, well, I remember looking back like old school shots of butchers back in the day, and obviously refrigeration was next to none back then. But it was always the butchers out the front, crossed arms, bloody aprons, bit dirty, but there's always just carcass hanging.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of that. You know, like some people may find that offensive having a whole carcass in the front window, but I'm like, well, we're butchers. It's
a butcher shop. Yeah.
We're owning it. That's what we do. We break lambs for you.
I think a little while ago, maybe a few years ago, yes, but now that's cool again.
It is, yeah.
Like you have a look at what's like we've had a post that's hit over 1 million views on our Facebook page, And that's because it's a carcass.
Yeah.
It's a carcass shop.
But I think coming back to COVID again, I think people got a bit funny about, it's a bit offensive having a carcass in the window. When COVID happened, people's appreciation for meat,
Fresh meat.
yeah.
Yeah.
They really, and I think that's why a lot more people are shopping with the butcher now, because that appreciation of meat, it's come back again.
Yeah.
They want to see a carcass in the window. We're a bit more realistic now, because we had a bit of a,
Yeah.
reality caught up with us,
I think if you go back to just before COVID, I remember the whole, and you would have seen it in the supermarket shelves, the whole meat-free Monday and all that, vegan stuff was getting quite strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was.
to the point where we were seeing some sales drop, especially on Mondays, because they were marketing meat-free Monday. Don't eat meat for a day. Excuse me. But as soon as COVID hit, they went straight out the window.
People
thank God.
appreciate
It did.
meat, yeah.
And you watch that, 30 metres of meat-free stuff slim back down to sort of a few metres, and it was back to selling meat. And like people buying mince.
Yeah.
And customers I knew who had a family of 4 coming in wanting 5 kilos of mince. You're like, you don't need 5 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there.
Why do you want 5 kilos of mince?
They're buying a year's worth of product, and thinking, this thing's going to be over in 6 months.
Between COVID and all the flood and cyclone strife we've had in Brisbane the last few years, the amount of meat I've seen bought, and I don't know where it all went. I'm pretty sure it's still in people's freezers, buried underneath their houses, because I'm like, people just panic for no reason.
Yeah.
I think, as good as that is for butchers, I think the frustrating thing I found was seeing people just fend for themselves. And I really got my nose out of joint about that. Like, there's no looking after you. It was like barging.
Yeah, it was
shoving. And it was like, yes, it was profitable for us butchers, but at the same time, it's like humanity.
Yeah, it was an ugly side of humanity.
It was an ugly
isn't it?
side.
We
And
saw
when
it.
you see a disaster happen or a lockdown come, you see this other side of people, and you're like, I don't like it.
And I think there's a real separation in that situation too. You saw some people, the good come out in them, and they were just going out of their way to help people. Then you got these other people that, I'm just worried about number one. There's a real
And
the good come out in the good, and the ugly came out in the ugly.
And the positive was 60, 70% boost in turnover, and you've got all these new customers that were supermarkets. I think still most butchers who did it right probably still maintain half of them now.
I agree.
Yep. So the amount of people that come in to shop at Ashgrove, like I didn't even know there was a butcher here. I've been there for over 50 years, but welcome to the party.
I didn't know there was a good butcher there.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. But it was a huge opportunity for us. But just seeing that, I don't know. I guess it is greed by people. I didn't like that side of it. It was disappointing to see.
Yeah. But on the good side, I do think a lot of butchers, a massive percentage of butchers done the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
They've done a good job.
Butchers. It was the butchers that did the right thing, but it was the
consumers.
Yeah.
It was the
consumers were the ones that were pushing things.
being ugly.
Yeah. But in saying
Remember
that
they were fighting for Dunny Roll?
Oh, that was punch ups over toilet paper.
The amount of Dunny Roll memes that were out there was constant, wasn't it? But look, at the end of the day, that was the best thing for independent butchers to get back on their feet. And it was a saving grace for a lot. I think it put Australia-wide, everyone back on the map. We're just lucky the government didn't shut us down. We're an essential service. Yeah. And I think it's brought people back to the butcher. Overall, the positive is people are back shopping independently, which is what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've been able to keep them.
Yes, exactly.
So we're doing a good job.
Yeah, like I said, everywhere I go, whether it's Sydney, Melbourne, around Brisbane, out west, wherever. Even I was in Perth with the butcher team last year, and then just seeing the standard of butchers, it's impressive. We're all doing it right. We're doing it properly, and that's what people need. That will keep them coming back.
Yeah.
Now, 2 things.
Yes.
There's a 2-pronged question.
Oof.
Right. You are massive for helping other people.
Yes.
With ideas, letting people into your house and showing what you've done and how you do it.
Yeah.
We've got Mick at Stroud coming up.
Yeah, I actually thought he was
week.
coming today. I got all my dates wrong. But
I think he's coming up next week.
next week, yeah.
Yep. And you've welcomed him with open arms. You don't even know the guy, you met him once, but he wants your ideas.
Yep.
And he wants to learn from your experience, and no problem at all.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, and tell us about how much work you do for the Australian butcher team, which equals the butcher industry in general.
Okay, they're 2 very long-winded questions I'm going to have to answer, but
go for it.
We'll start with the first one. So I guess when I started, I had a little bit of guidance, but no one really ever was there you could call on or help or like for help or where to buy from, what to do, even how to start, how to sign a lease, how to negotiate. All that was just, I learnt the hard way by costing me financially. But when I first started, this is a story I don't think I've told many people this one. When I first started, I was, young and keen, working like a mad dog around the clock. And I went to my first Sausage King comp in Brisbane. And I had a lot of idols in the Brisbane meat industry, guys I knew who I looked up to, who had great shops, and I knew they won a lot of awards. And I remember going out of my way to go, and they were all there having a beer. I'm not going to mention any names. I remember going up, sort of pushing my way in, like, I'm Billy, proud of I started my own shop. Yeah. And you know what? They brushed me.
Yeah. Really?
They brushed me. Yeah. And I was like, I left, obviously didn't win anything because I was probably didn't know what I was doing, but first year in a butcher shop, but I left really pissed off. I was like, you know what? If you're not going to give me the time of day, I'm going to make enough noise that you're going to know who I am. It probably was the right fire up I needed to go and do it. But from that too, I also went, well, you know what? If I ever get to that level, I'm not going to be like that. Yeah. I'm not going to be that guy. I want to be helping people. I want to be here. I believe in the industry as a whole. Yeah. I believe there's enough room for all of us.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Could not agree more.
I don't believe that, even Brisbane especially, we're not competition. Mm. We've got supermarkets plotted between us. They're our competition.
Yep.
We're drawing them in. There's enough room for all of us to take our little bit, make a living, and then there's plenty for you on the other side too. And you over there and you in there. And we're spread out enough. Yep. So there's enough. But it just really resonated with me. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be too good for anybody. And I don't think anybody in this industry is too good for anybody. No. So in the world, as a whole, I hate arrogance. I detest it. But if I can teach anybody from my mistakes and save them money, that's worth its weight in gold to me. That's profit in my heart. That's how I look at things. I really do. I genuinely I get a kick out of helping people, and that's why I do a lot of fundraising, sponsorship, and community stuff, because I like to give back. Yep. And that brings me to question two. I mean, the Australian butcher team came around. Gabe, my apprentice, went to Sacramento. I helped train him up, went over. I knew Shannon, not well. Yep. Brought him up again.
Hey, I thought we'd get through this one.
No. Yeah, so I got a lot of time for that, man. But
it's good.
Yeah, I met Shannon, met Stu, met the team. A lot of beers, a lot of fun. Yeah. Came back, and then the dust settled, and then Shannon called me and said, "Oh, look, how would you like to come on side and help us with the sponsorship fundraising for the next team? It was good to have you there." And I was like, yeah, this is my time to give back. Yep. The industry's been good to me. I live a pretty good life. I'm not doing 80, 90 hours a week anymore. I get my weekends off mostly, and I live a good life. Yep. This is my passion project to give back. And like everything I do, I put 110% into it. Yep. It's paid every dividend it could to me personally. It's just the result. I would have loved a gold, but as a team, the people I've met, the network of the friends I've made, the network of butchers I talk to now, it's just the best. And my driving passion was to bring my Meat at Billy's influence in and build this to be a brand that represented every butcher around Australia. And I believe we're doing it. Is it done yet? No. Yep. But I believe the following we're getting now, because I think the team in the past, and I'm only speaking on my own terms, I'm sorry if I offend anyone, I think in the past it was seen as a boys' club. Yep. And it was like, it's too cool for the same people. It's not about, which is not up for me to make that decision, but that's the noise I was hearing. And I'm like, well, no, this represents all of us. Represents you guys, me, everyone in this industry, from the paddock right through to the independent butcher. And it's the best of the best. Yes, not everybody can be in that team, but the guys representing Australia are also representing all of us. And it's
just on that one. When you say the best of the best, it's not just the best butchers; it's the best team.
Correct.
It's not just the best bloke that cuts the bones of meat quickest. It's not the best bloke that puts out the best display. It's a best team that you can build.
Correct, and there's more than just the guys on show. Like I said, I'm not a competitive butcher. I couldn't handle the pressure that they're under. I can handle financial pressure, business pressure. I'm built for that. Yeah. But on a stage in front of a crowd, I'd go to mud. I really would. It's
You
not
should
for
have
me.
seen me try and link snags. I'm the fastest snag maker I've ever seen until you put me on a
So you
stage.
put 1,000 people around you.
Next to
Next to Shannon
Sauce-
Walker,
yeah.
I went to shit.
Yeah, no one can beat Shannon. Actually, I think he's been beaten before.
I beat him once, but there was no one looking.
Yeah, there was no evidence. But yeah, so that was the team itself is the representation of the entire industry, and that was what I'm driving home. And sort of Shannon's taken a step back and throwing the towel straight over. So I'm willing to go for another round, but I really believe in the brand of the Australian Butcher team and what it's about. And it's like you said, there's the team. I mean, Emma, who does my marketing here, I dragged her on board willingly, but she came along and she ended up loving it. You've got Stu, he sort of handles all the back end stuff. The Beck does all the administration. So yeah, it's like a sporting team, right?
Yes.
You've got everyone on field, but then there's all the stuff that goes on in the background, and it's a lot of work.
Oh, I'm telling you now, they can't do what they do without you guys.
No, they can't. But respectfully, they understand that, and both sides are appreciated by each other.
Yeah.
And it's just it was almost sad to see it all finished. To be honest, like you almost feel a little bit empty. You had all this. Like you guys with your podcast, you finished work, you've got this next thing to do.
Yes.
Yep.
Now I finished, had the Euro trip with the family afterwards, came back, I'm like, there's no emails in my inbox.
yeah.
Excuse me, there's no
Yep.
phone calls we've got to make. I talk to Shannon at least 2 times a week normally. I spoke to him last night. And I spoke to him today, actually. So we're still communicating, and we've got a little farewell because we didn't have the best gala dinner experience in Paris.
Yep.
It was a little bit, nothing went to plan. I don't need to say too much, but we didn't get to celebrate as a team. Even that third was worth celebrating. So we decided that we're all back now, and in September we're all going to Melbourne, and we're all going to dress up in our gala, jackets and everything. We've hired a little restaurant, and we're just going to have a piss up and have a proper send-off and a farewell, because it won't be long before we're starting to draft a new team again.
Yeah.
Geez, I'd hate to be them heads the next day.
Oh, there'll be some sore heads the next day, and well deserved.
Be a lot of sore heads, mate, I can tell you.
Well
that.
deserved.
I'll be one of them.
Nah, but yeah, that was an unreal team, and what you've achieved over there was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was so good.
The talent of Butchers coming through is phenomenal. And like I said, back to the Gareth Hunt, he's just one of those guys who's just, he is the next generation of amazing coming through, and there's plenty more coming through. Like I just had my 2 young apprentices do the Queensland AMIC comp a few weeks ago. They did a fantastic job, but just seeing the talent coming through from that, and I'm like, that's what I said to one of the judges. I'm like, have a look around. These are the new shop owners coming up.
Yeah.
No, they're going to give me a run for my money.
Yeah.
They're going to give us all a run for money, but that's good.
That's excellent.
Competition's healthy. Like I said, you need that innovation coming through.
Yeah.
We can't sit with what we're doing works now. It works now.
Yeah.
But is it going to work tomorrow?
No. You end up like Sony.
Correct. The discipline, mate. Remember the discipline.
Yeah.
So, that's... I think I answered those 2 correctly, didn't I?
Oh, mate,
100%.
It was unreal. Now, so you are obviously going around again with the Australian Butcher team.
Yes, yeah. So I'm probably pretty territorial of the brand now. I want to get it right. I mean, we're on the right path of what we want to represent. So I just want to make sure it stays that way, and make sure the right people are on board to continue. And I'll probably do one more round and pass the torch myself, but make sure that everything's in place. The procedures, the standard, what we're about, because I think that's one thing. Even there'll be new team members coming on, and there'll be a conversation had to everybody that this is what we're about. You're representing your country, but more importantly, you're representing your industry.
That's right.
Exactly.
And that's probably the most pressure that's on your shoulders. Is you're doing your whole industry proud, and that's what you should be proud of the most, in my opinion.
Now, this is a question that you're probably not ready for. What can we do as an industry to get behind that team, to represent us? What can we do better or more?
To be honestly, I don't think a lot other than follow, support the team.
Yep.
If obviously, if you can afford to come out and follow, I was amazed at the following that came to Paris.
Yeah.
Butchers I met that just came over. Obviously, nice tax deduction. It's a conference, so to speak. But it was just amazing to see the support they had just through social media. The amount of people, like talking to like Tom and Luke, saying that people like Tom was telling me a story a few weeks ago. he was in the car park and some lady just came up to him he's never met before, like, oh my God, you guys did so well over there. I watched it on. Like, that gives me goosebumps.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm
awesome.
like, people watch like that. We're not only just connecting the industry, but we're also our customers are watching because they believe in their local butcher and their local butcher believes in the team. And it's like that flow on effect.
And they're proud of them.
They're proud of them. Absolutely. And it's like, that's worth $1 million.
Yeah. And that's Tom Boucher and Luke Layson?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So the two pretty boys, they're good lads. They
Yeah.
really are.
No,
So,
and done an awesome job. Everyone over there did.
yes. Yeah.
And how good is it the young butcher part? The young butcher representatives, they've done a great job.
Mate, I actually think they have the hardest job out of anybody on that team. They are first off the block.
Yep.
There's not 6 of them working together.
No,
They're under the spotlight on their own. Probably shitting their pants. I would be.
I would be.
I would be. Yeah.
And first, they're the first show. So everyone, they've got a crowd of people there ready to see some action. And you've got these young guys there, apprentices going, oh my God, what are we? And you see them, you can see it in them. But, it's like by the end of it, the sense of achievement from them, like, especially Kai he's a Brisbane-based one. I spent a bit of time with him. And to see him finish and that, that look on his face and that how proud he was.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah,
I got
the
through.
greatest feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And that was awesome to see. But man, those guys have a hard job.
Yes.
Like and because you're not used to that crowd environment. Unless that's why we sort of encourage them to have a crack at Butcher Wars and get in front of an
get
audience.
that out of your system.
So you can at least know that, all right, I can shut that down and focus on what I'm doing. Because it is, I mean, Gabe, when my apprentice went to Sacramento, I never put him in front of an audience. And it rattled him a lot. He was full of confidence. Everything was on point. He did a training session 5 hours before he jumped on the plane. And it was on point. Got there, totally different environment. Massive audience, spotlights everywhere. You're on the big screen. It can send you to mud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they impressed me probably the most. To stand up there and do that. I don't think there's not a lot of people that could do that. And even a shout out to the ones coming through when we do put it up. Be prepared. It's going to be the biggest moment of your life, but it'll be the best moment of your life too.
And you know what I like at the moment? There's a real feel around these young blokes young people and the apprentices. They really want to get in this team. They really want to be part of it. And I think that's awesome.
And that's once again what we wanted to build is we wanted everybody to want to be part of this team. And if you don't make the cut, like we did the trials here a few years ago on a Saturday in my warehouse here. And Luke, he was one of the guys that tried out. I heard his story on your podcast. He told us he didn't quite get there. And he was shattered to see that guy dust himself off, get back on the horse and just go is outstanding. And
he goes all right.
I've seen him at Butcher Wars. He's phenomenal. But I would not be surprised. I'm expecting him to be trying out, whether it's for young butcher or for the senior team, whatever it may be. But that's the kind of guys you want to see coming through. And to see a lot of guys fall off and then thumbs in the mouth and they go in with their bat and ball. Him, I got a lot of respect for that guy. He's straight back on it and came back stronger and better. And he's got the merit now. Like he's won. He's won numerous things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Luke Thomas, he's done a great job.
And he's probably an example to every young butcher out there. Follow him and look at what he's doing. Because anyone can do it. From seeing where he started to what he's achieved in a matter of years is just, it's a credit to him, but it's just proof that anyone can do it as long as you've got the willpower. Same with running a business. Just be stubborn like I am and determined.
And don't drop the lip if something goes wrong.
No,
come back. Learn from your mistakes. Take a bit of criticism from others. Take it on board. And he's a great example of it.
We all have our breaking points, but come back from it stronger. Exactly. Don't admit defeat.
Exactly.
Just
keep getting up.
But it just so I get a lot out of Chris Tuckwood.
Yes.
He's another one. He worked for me, let's say 10 or 15 years ago, probably longer than that, maybe 20 years ago. And we used to butt heads all the time, and the people that he was working for, they weren't really looking after him or anything like that. And I thought, he's probably going to leave the industry or whatever. He's gone away, gotten around extremely good people, surrounded himself with good people, and look at him now. I can't believe, I am so proud of what he's become. In the butchering industry. He is a freak and deserves everything that he gets.
And this is the other thing too I think we've touched on is none of this existed that long ago.
No.
You know, when I did my apprenticeship, it was honestly butchering was just full of
Yeah.
criminals
Yeah. Well, yeah.
with no teeth.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was, you know. But
Yeah.
to see it get this professionalism about it now, like the new celebrity chef, a lot of people like to say.
Yeah.
But you know, you got your butcher Lawsy.
Yes, I
Love that man to death. But that's where we're at now.
Yes.
You know, and it's something to be very proud of as an industry. And that once again, that butcher team, this is just a massive part of that. And if we can just keep showing it, because the other problem we have is getting young people involved in this industry is getting harder and harder. Finding apprentices. This is one avenue. If you can, they see this, they see the spotlight, see that, you know, that respect given to that, you know, how high up you can go and what you can achieve.
Yes.
That's a draw card to get people in.
Yeah.
Do you think that's starting to change a little bit? Like we've seen today only, that young fella at Roadie Meats,
Yep.
he's unbelievable. You got Nate the Butcher. There's a heap of young fellas or young people that are getting on social media, showing that it's a cool industry,
Yeah.
and hopefully we get more people coming in from
The
it.
trucks, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're, and that's, I mean, I'm on the AMIC Queensland committee as well. And one thing I'm trying to drive home is there is, in Queensland especially, there's no direct work links opportunity from school into a butchering apprenticeship or a traineeship, which we're really trying to push home because you can go become a mechanic, a tiler, a builder, a plumber, a sparky, whatever. Why isn't butchering there?
Yep.
You can
Exactly.
be a chef.
Yep.
Why haven't we got a say? You know, and I think I'm really trying to drive that home because we need young guys coming through. That's how we all started, you know, I don't think you can rely on the old high school dropouts that we all were to come through and take the reins and do an apprenticeship. I think you actually need, they're all educated, but they all need to be educated in the fact that this is a good, well-paying job now.
Yes. Yep.
It's not a criminal's job anymore.
No,
it's not.
It's elite.
No.
It's got respect.
Yep.
It's well paid.
Yep.
All those things need to be told and actually showcased for the
Because
next
the
generation.
level of butchery has gone from here to here now,
Yeah.
the guys doing it before probably couldn't have it at that level, you know?
Do you think it's a level of butchery or a level of industry?
Both.
I think it's a level of industry. This fella here, he talks a lot about how back in the day, the older fellas wouldn't teach the young ones.
No, because I was scared that you would take their job. That's, you know.
I think a lot of that's changing now.
It is, yeah.
That's that old school. It's
Like-
They just wouldn't show you, or they'd show you, but they wouldn't show you enough that you didn't know what they knew.
Yeah.
Because they didn't ever want you to overtake them.
And that's a totally different part of the industry, but I still think that was back in the day that there was that part of the industry. I think it's changing now. And I think people like yourself, if a young bloke says to you, can you tell me about this in your shop, you'll tell them straight
tell,
away.
yeah.
Whereas back in the day, like you said, you went up to say good day to people and they, no.
Brush off, yep.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. And once again, social media helps.
Yes.
They all talk. It's been spoken of before, but that's a massive network for butchers to talk. But I don't think there's any secrets that any butcher hides anymore. You know, there's no dodginess anymore. There shouldn't be. And as far as opening what you're doing up to someone else, it's only going to benefit you, in my belief, by helping more people.
That's right.
Than is by being a closed book. Because at the end of the day, you just isolate yourself. You know, you want to be network with butchers that if you're in trouble and you need something, you know, you can ring the guy down the road and be like, mate, I just blew the head of my mince. So have you got a spare plate or whatever that I can borrow off you?
Yeah,
You know,
throw us a lifeline, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the network you want to be involved in now.
Again, that's industry. The wholesalers are butchers, business partners.
Yeah.
We need each other to go well
Yeah.
for us to go well. You know, if a butcher shops aren't succeeding, a wholesaler's not. If a wholesaler's not succeeding, the abattoirs isn't succeeding. If the abattoirs isn't, the farmer's not going to.
Yeah, it's a
As an industry, we need to all go well. So we all need to be business partners.
Yeah.
That's what I think anyway.
I
And,
couldn't agree more.
and tell each other, help each other.
I think it's another thing too, and I drive this home with customers. This is the last industry left in Australia that's 100% Australian.
Yes.
And everyone's like, oh, meat's so expensive. Well, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Because you're supporting the farmer, the truck driver, the abattoir, the next truck driver, the wholesaler, the butcher. And yes, you're paying a premium for it, but you're supporting the Australian industry. You know, everything else, look around this room, everything else comes from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And all those things you just pointed out, there's a cost.
Yes.
Every time. The farmer, the truck, the processor, the wholesaler, the truck, the butcher. Then they truck it out to their...
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
This all comes with cost. That's why things are where they are. But,
Yeah, that's right. But you should be okay to pay that premium because you know that every dollar you've just purchased or invested in is going all the way down that line.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's something to be really proud of as an industry, I think. And I just don't think it's spoken about enough or it's educated to our customers as much as it should be. And I'm a big believer in making sure people are aware of that. If I ever do classes or conversations, and I get ribbed all the time, your meat's so expensive. I'm like, I know, I buy lots of meat. It's really expensive.
And the other reason it's expensive,
Yep.
the other reason it's expensive, guys, and I said this on another podcast, they always go, all the good meat gets exported. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
All the good meat goes to your butcher shop. That's where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a look at the quality of what they're putting out.
Have a look at his window.
Oh, well, we were in his window
No
today.
problem.
Yeah, I don't. And
That's where all the good meat goes.
and that's it. That's another.
Little secret. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really a secret, though, to be
It's a
honest.
little secret, guys. If you want good meat, go to your butcher.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the other thing I always say to guys when they're starting shops is, look, as equally important is your own brand is sticking with other brands and working with them. Don't chop and change. Don't go and buy your cubes from this guy this week and cubes next week, because all you're doing is giving inconsistency to your customer and you end up losing them. Yeah. If you use the same brand and the same people, build those relationships like you just touched on before, and there's a problem, you can go back to him honestly and go, mate, I just had about 4 complaints about last week's meat. Like you guys just said, right, we'll fix it straight away, Bill, no dramas, whatever, replace the product for the customer, everyone wins.
That's right.
Keep that. It's just,
Build a relationship, build a partnership, and be important to someone.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pay your bills too.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Shout out to paying your bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to butchers that pay their bill.
But no, that's right. Like, don't swap and change. This is a wholesaler talking, but don't swap and change so you're at the point where you're not important to anyone.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, be important to someone and they will look after you.
And that is so true.
Yeah.
I do that myself, and I just highlighted. I thought I do that.
Yeah.
I've got customers that stick with me. I go out of my way to look after them.
Yeah.
The ones that are there 1 week, not the next week, then 2 weeks later they're back in again. You don't sort of
Blowing in and blowing out.
care about them as much.
And if you get that really good deal on something that's...
I'm going to ring the bloke
You're
that
gonna ring
sticks
the
with
bloke
me. Exactly.
that's with you.
I do that. And he
Pay
just said it, and I
dividends.
thought, I do that. You know?
Yeah.
And then blokes that blow in and blow out, and then 2 weeks later, you just think, oh, whatever, mate, I don't. And you price them accordingly. You just think, that's the price.
And what do you want to be? You want to be the first phone call.
Absolutely.
You want to be someone's first phone call, whether it's staff, wholesaler, butcher, whether you're the farmer. You want to be someone's first phone call because that's who you trust.
Because and the other thing too, if I'm going to punt something cheap, the bloke I'm going to ring is one that pays his bill, 2, bloke that's there with me every week.
Yep.
That's the bloke I
And
ring
let him do
first.
the special.
That's
He
right.
makes a bet, he draws the customer in.
And
Everyone
don't
wins.
give the special
right.
to everyone, guys. Well, I've seen this happen in the wholesale
We've done
situation.
this.
Don't
We've
give
done
the
it, yeah.
special to everyone on the street, because then all you do is lower that price of that product. Give it to
In
one
that
bloke.
area.
Let him have a win on that week. Let him run a special.
Yep.
Yeah, reward him for his loyalty.
Give his neighbour a different special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't run the same specials in
Don't
the
give
same
everyone
town.
the same special, because it just ruins the market.
Yeah. What have we got next?
I don't know.
Jeez. We're going well.
Are we burning through the pages here? Or
Yeah, the pages are done, mate.
we're just throwing this out now?
That's gone. Mate, I do have 5 questions for you. I've got...
5.
Yep.
All right.
I haven't even warned you. Nah, there's no warning, mate. This is
I'm
a...
looking for a 3.
Nah, this is a fieldy special, this one.
All right.
Mate, biggest influences of your career?
Oof. That's a hard one, actually. I guess, like I said, I struggled with, probably my first boss, Michael Purdy. He's still around. He's probably a big influence. Obviously, he taught me everything I know, and I still run into him randomly, usually out on the piss somewhere. But he has been a big influence.
Yep.
Tim Walsh, he was the shop I was running and pushed me out to go get my own shop. Big shout out to him as well.
Yep. And what a legend to be able to see something in you and go, okay, I'm not going to let you run. I'm not going to let you buy some of mine, but I think you'd go really good in your own. Like, that's trust.
Yeah, exactly. So, probably the 2 biggest. I guess, it's a hard one. I think I get influenced. Like, the Australian Butcher Team, everyone I've met on that is still an influence. I think I'm still influenced. I'm influenced by you guys, what you're doing, and the great job you guys are doing at showcasing the industry. Like, I don't think that ever stops.
Emma,
the girls in my office.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm a headless chicken. Even Brad, my sort of ops manager, I remember he started working for me when I just had Ashgrove, and I was like 15 hours a day running around. He started with me. He had his own shop. He did a whole Woolies program as well in his time. He came from an old school independent shop, but he walked in and he was like watching me, and he's like, where's your prep rack? And I'm like, what's a prep rack? I didn't know. I just made everything fresh and went back till 9 o'clock every night, making sure I had a window ready for the next day. And these guys taught me everything. And Meet at Billy's isn't Billy.
No.
Meet at Billy's is
the team.
Is the team.
Yeah.
And I've got some amazing women and men that work for me, and they put everything in check. I might have the ideas, but they're the ones that implement them. You know, make sure there's a strategy, there's a game plan, there's a protocol, a way to do it. So that biggest influence would, I think my staff probably are, and everyone I meet. I think you never stop being influenced by people in this industry.
Yeah,
so,
and that's respectful. Like you're just showing, they're showing you respect.
Yeah,
and that's returning respect. That's unreal.
Yeah. So I think it's once again, if the minute you think you know everything is the day you go broke.
Yeah.
It's my theory. You never stop learning.
Never stop
for sure.
Never stop being influenced by anybody.
Again, Sony.
Yeah,
Sony.
well, exactly.
That's our quote of the week, Brandon.
If you think you know everything, you'll end up like,
If I'm to get a tattoo, I reckon I'm just going to get the Discman.
Discman,
Right on there, so you can just look at it and go, no, not happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I love it. Mate, favourite cut of meat, summer and winter, and how you cooking it?
Oof. Okay, summer. If we're going to do a steak on the barbie, I'm a sirloin guy. Have been always. I also
I knew
know,
I like to see, man. I told ya.
it's like cube roll versus sirloin. Every podcast we do.
the girls at home love the cube roll. That's a go-to.
Okay, so why do you say cube roll and everyone else up here says rib fillet? So
I say rib fillet.
right.
We sold as rib fillet, but obviously on the box it says cube. So, and you guys say something
Scotch fillet.
stupid down. What the
They're Scotchies.
stupid, mate?
We come up here and it's just like rib fillet. I said, what's the go with this rib fillet? They're a Scotchie.
Brady goes,
I've had arguments with customers like, I want Scotch fillet, not rib fillet. I'm like, it's the same thing. They're like, no. To the point where I've even had literally had people storm out because I'm sitting there like, no, that's not the same. I'm like, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same.
I've had customers that I sent them clods.
oh yeah,
And it was a different brand. It had blade on the box. They sent it back. They said, it's not what we ordered.
yeah. So guys,
But I just had to get the customers right. I said, yep, no worries, I'll
Yeah.
replace it,
But you go get the
So frustrating, And giving me a spray. Did you open the box?
I mean, the Americans call everything completely different.
Yeah.
than we do as well.
and the Poms do too.
But it doesn't matter. Spade to spade.
No,
But
we had this is for everyone. We had the conversation today, and we think, oh no, everyone up here actually calls it rib fillet.
Fillet, yeah.
Every time we mention Scotch fillet, do they even know what we're talking
Well, we've
about?
got a lot of Queensland listeners, and I do apologise, guys, because I always say, it's Scotchies.
Yeah.
And they'd be going, what are you talking
they know.
Yeah.
There's an underlying rivalry.
bloody
there. They're like
uneducated New South Welshmen,
bloody Southerners.
can't play football, and they can't even describe meat properly.
Yeah.
No. So that would be my go-to. And I think I did a bit of judging at the Echo, like the show back in the day, and they apparently worldwide they use the sirloin to sort of judge to grade most consistency on meat because you don't have that secondary muscle.
Yep.
Yes.
It's one muscle.
Yeah, one muscle.
But my thing is, right, you get the best of both. You've got the flavour of the rump, and then you've got the tenderness of the Scotch or the Scotch. Yeah, the rib on the other end. So I find it's just that most consistent piece of meat. I just like a beautiful, like high marble score grass-fed piece of sirloin.
Yep.
That's my go-to.
Yep. Fat down, cooking it, rubbing the oil in the
I'm
pan.
a big reverse sear charcoal.
Oh, I love reverse searing.
If I'm cooking steak, it's on charcoal. Yeah. So give it that extra bit of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you guys don't have winter up here, so there's no use to asking.
It's bloody freezing.
No, it's not. It's bloody warm as. Like you're in a jacket, and we're boiling here. Like this is warm to us, and you guys are up here saying how cold it is.
Yeah, we're pretty soft in Queensland. But like I said, everyone, that's what you come to Queensland for.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You're here for sunshine and humidity. That's what we sign up for.
Yeah.
So.
But what are you doing in winter?
Winter, I'd have to be a bone-in lamb shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Be my go-to. Like slow cooked.
Slow cooked, yeah.
Yep. Or like a beef bourguignon is one of my favourite. Chuck. So, but I did a beef bourguignon last week, and I was cutting these beautiful Wagyu rumps in the shop.
Yep.
So all those first cuts,
Yep.
the cap and everything, I used all that in there. It was sickening, but it was delicious. So I'd say, chuck would be my beef protein, and then lamb would be the shoulder for sure.
Yeah. Beautiful. How good's a beef bourguignon?
Oh, the best.
I had a bloke I used to work with, Craig Cooks, and he used to do a beef bourguignon pie.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Best pie I've ever had.
Mate, red wine, everything that goes into beef bourguignon is just my
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yep. What's the best part of the meat game?
What's not the best part of the meat game, I suppose? I think the best part of the meat game now, and I'm proud to say it, is the network.
Yep.
It's the opportunity to be with you guys now, being part of the Australian Butcher team, been on the AMIC committee.
Yeah.
I had a meeting just before, like just the network now. We're back.
Yeah.
In my opinion, we're back. We've got a voice.
Yeah.
We've made enough noise. We're respected by our communities. We've got customer base that's strong. We're growing back. We're coming back. Yeah, I love it all. But I think the network would be the most powerful thing, I reckon, that I love the most.
Now, this one's just for you. How important has social media been for you and your business?
Massive.
Yep.
Huge. I mean, once again,
social media and branding.
It's been everything.
Everything.
You know, like my belief in my brand. But Emma, as you met,
She's awesome.
She's my number one ambassador. She's been with me for almost 13 years now, I think. So I think it's 13 years. But she's just a big believer in the brand, and she's helped. Like, I made the call back in the day. Do I put on a butcher as I was growing or a social media person? And I made the call, got ridiculed for it.
You pulled the right rein.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
I can't look back, you know, and it's just, I mean, social media is getting so much harder to steer now. It's not as powerful and easy as it was. There's all this meta complexity, and that's way above my pay grade. I've got Emma does a lot of research, and I've put on some courses in that, but it's not as, it's still there. It's powerful, and its presence for you, and it's that familiarising people with your shop and your brand, you know, like we said, the Meet Billy's knives, all those things you can do, but back on the branding, that brings people back. Yeah. That's what keeps you growing your business and keeps you consistent and keeps people coming back.
Yeah. And so it's a brand they can trust. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. That's all people want. You know, once again, back to the unreliability of anything now, like a parcel coming from overseas, whatever it may be, you don't know what you're going to get, when it's going to come. Yeah. But if you, as a local business selling fresh food, and you never bite the hand that feeds you. Yeah. So if you're respectful, people are respectful of you. If you're doing the right thing by them, they'll always come back. Yeah. You know?
For sure. Yeah. What is next for Billy Gibney and Meet at Billy's?
Well, we are looking at a shop number 3.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, so there is one in the pipeline. It's been a long-winded negotiation for years now, but we're just, it's in its final stages of signing off, and then hopefully I need it to be open before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of pressure on, but hence why I'm spending more time back on the tools, because if I'm going to open another shop, I've got to remember what I'm doing, right? So, number 3. But now, once again, we've got this warehouse set up. It's quite easy to implement. And it will be a smaller store. It'll be fed from here predominantly almost every day. And I just believe, I believe in my brand, and I believe there's more for me to expand into. I don't want to be a monopoly, but I know my areas, and I know where my target market is, and I know my customers, because my onlines tell me where to go, where I deliver to, and that's because there's no butchers in those areas. So I'm not taking it from anyone else. Yeah. I'm just
providing a service,
a little spot to put a retail front, because retail, I think, will never overtake onlines. I say that, and I'd love to be proven wrong. Yeah. But it's just that, once again, that customer experience. I think people, the more the world grows and gets more scary with AI, the more people are going to look for what we do. Yeah. That personal touch. So
And with that, how much easier does this factory warehouse make it to be able to grow your business?
It makes it a lot easier, but don't get me wrong, it's 3 years in the making to get here, and we're still ironing out problems. So we implement new programs which take a while. But the thing is, if there's a mistake, you can find out where it came from real quickly. Yep. Whereas when you've got multiple stores all independently running, someone emails and goes, "I got a bad whatever it may be," you're like, all right, well, what store was it? Where did it come from? Who did it? How old was it? You know, whereas we can trace it all back to one point. Yep. And this is what happens when you scale up in business. It's why everybody has a central hub that distributes and feeds the businesses, because you need to have that control. And it's only for the fact that you want to be accountable and make sure you can fix it. Yep. And if there is an ongoing problem, you can get straight to the source. Yeah. So,
and not only that, it's so consistent.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, you can go to one store 5 k's away. Yeah. And the snag is the same.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's once again, you eat a Big Mac over in...
You just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
We've said this before.
You talk about market research, McDonald's, and you hear us hate on them a lot, but they've mastered it. They mastered it. Doesn't matter where you go in the country, a Big Mac tastes the same.
Exactly, and that's the experience if you're going to have multiple stores. Yep. The steak should taste the same. The steak should taste the same. Yep. And there's only one way to do that, is to make it all in one spot and distribute it.
Yep. And they look the same. They present the same.
Yes.
Yeah. So an easy carved leg out of here is going to be the same at all 3 of your stores.
Yes.
They're going to be presented the same. They're going to have the same garnish. They're going to have the same same ingredients. Everything is consistent. Everything's the same.
And you look at back to McDonald's again. Do you think they make the patties in store? No. Do you think they buy the lettuce in store, the tomatoes? It all comes from it's exactly the same system.
Yeah.
You don't sort of like once again it's not apples for apples comparing McDonald's to Billy's, but once again the concept is the same.
Yeah, consistency.
Grow to your own scale, control your own scale.
That's right.
Use their money for their research.
Yeah. Yes, it's free.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing.
Yep.
If they're doing it, it's because they know it's the next thing, and they're 2 or 3 years ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
And the consumer too, if they see that, like your logo on the Cryovac bags, I love it. It's simple, it's clear, you can see it, and you can identify it from a distance. But when they go to your shop, they think, I meet at Billy's, even though they're a different store. You're looking for that snag that you love, and you get it home, and you expect it to taste the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's
If it doesn't, you go, like that's how the consumers think.
But not only that, with social media now, they can just take a photo and go, "Oh, how good was that?"
Yeah.
Yep.
And they say, "Oh, where'd you get it from?" I got it from Ashgrove.
Yep.
I got it from there, and then they go, "Oh, okay, I'll go to the other store.
Yep.
I'm closer."
It's going to be the same.
And it's going to be the same.
Yep.
And that's all. And once again, put yourself in your customer's shoes.
Yes.
All they want is the most easy experience, the most enjoyable experience.
Yep.
And they just want that consistency and reliability.
That's right.
Doesn't matter
Consistency.
which store they walk into, they're getting the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
That's what gets me out of bed. I love the
that's
challenge of it too.
No, I love what you're doing. I love how it's all done, and mate, it's a credit to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And go back to you too. You guys are doing a fantastic thing for the industry. So a lot of respect for it. Well done.
Appreciate it.
No, thank you, mate. That's us.
Cool.
Oh, we're going to talk about Icon.
Icon Pack, our major sponsor, which consists of you haven't got your banner today. CBS, NBL, the 2 NBLs.
Vidal's.
We were there today. 854 pies.
Love Vidals.
They go good,
Guts
don't
are
they?
still turning. Our good friends Neald and Co. We've got Dunningham's in New Zealand.
He smashed it again.
And did I say CBS? I'll say it
you did.
again. Yep.
You said it twice.
We've got Tramontina and
they've
we've
been
got the
good.
Taste Merchant. Guys, if you want to elevate your cooking, jump on their rubs. And there's a Black Ember one coming out.
Oh,
A big shout out to Icon Pack for their support for the Australian Butcher team.
oh
too.
Yes.
We love you guys. Thank you.
they done a great job, didn't they?
And they get around everything. That's what we got in bed with Icon Pack early days.
Yep.
And the reason for it is because everywhere you go, they're behind it.
Yep.
Like you go to events, you just always, and I know I've always been a wholesaler. I've never been a first time podcaster, but you go to all the events and there's always Icon everywhere you go. They just get behind everything in the industry. So yeah, that's a big part of why we got involved with them.
And they're right around the apprentices.
Yeah, around the apprentices. Yeah,
They are.
Yeah,
They know that they are the future.
Yeah.
And they're investing into the future.
and they know they need someone to sell their product to in the future. So
Yeah, no, they're very forward thinking, and they've, like I said, they've been great to us as a team. And if you're not buying off them, you should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are great, and once again, they invest it all back in the industry, which is I
Which is
try
what
to
we
take my
want.
hat off to.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what you want to see.
Yep.
So yeah, well done to them.
No,
100%.
absolutely.
Right, Billy, thank you very much, mate, for an awesome podcast. I know there's a lot of butchers out there that'll listen to this and get a hell of a lot out of it.
Apologise if I didn't get it right, but
Really appreciate it.
And you know what the best part is? I reckon we can do another one.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah. No, very good. Thank you.
no worries. Thanks, boys. Mate.
you,
Appreciate
mate.
everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll touch base again on Thursday. Bye for now.
Bye for now.